So, Shalom, Shalom. I'm going to start off by saying Barakatham, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shout out to the hopeful elect, start on down there for the 5,000 Shalom. It says, America will be the biggest desert. Right, that's the title of this lesson. You know, America will be the biggest desert. America will be the biggest desert, right? Because once this place is destroyed, this place is gonna be a desert, man. It's gonna be deserted. Ain't gonna be nothing else here. But as Revelation tell us, right? Matter of fact, before we even get to that, we're going out Revelation 17. Matter of fact, we can bring it out first. We come back to it. But it's like Revelation 18. It's like Revelation 18:2. I started verse 1. It said, after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was light with his glory. Yahweh Shah, right? Because Yahweh Shah was that light coming to the world, right? He said, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen. It's fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird, because that's what's all going to be here. All the unclean and filthy birds, the desert owl, the raven, which we're going to get to in the scripture, right? This place is going to be deserted. You know how in those movies, once I guess after like war things, or after some fighting done happened, after everybody done killed each other off or whatnot, then at the end of the movie before it go off, so I can turn this off. At the end of the movie before it go off, you just see that owl fly by, things that says, oh, you see the owl sitting on the tree branch and whatnot. That's how this place is going to be, man. Right? This place is going to be deserted. Ain't gonna be no more life here. Right? This place is going to be deserted. And the spirit, this lesson come through the spirit part. How about Shania Shah? As I was watching the elders live lesson at campus today, Elder Apostle Tahar and Apostle Gabar. And Elder Apostle Tahar actually quoted, this is a quote, right? Elder Apostle Tahar had quoted during the lesson, during camp, he said America will be the biggest desert. And also talking about how, America, it's going to be a memorial, right? It's going to be a memorial because we're going to look at it and see, and, it's going to bring remembrance to the things we've been through. Right, things that the things that we had to go through. So that's what. Once we see that, it's that hit us. We gonna go and bring more pain on Esau while they in slavery. We gonna go get on their ass some more, right? Well, this place is gonna be. That's why the scripture say in Isaiah, this is gonna be. Isaiah 34 was gonna get into, right? It should be not. The fire should not be quenched. Merely paraphrasing, because they ain't gonna put it out. When they mean that smoke going forever and ever, don't mean you just want to see smoke going up in the air. That means this place is going to be inhabited. This place is going to be destroyed forever. There's no coming back to this place. There's going to be no more life here, right? So let's go from here. Let's go to Jeremiah. Right? Most High got to get rid of this wicked place, man. This place is full of wickedness, right? And once we get rid of this place, how Shah start east, right? You're going to destroy Israel or not, and we're going to rebuild Israel back up because those phonies over there, that's not their homeland. Right, and they're not the true Jews. We are the true Jews. We're going to destroy Israel. Destroy other parts. Not every part of the earth is going to be destroyed. Right, not everyone's going to die. A lot of these people are going to survive. They're going to go into captivity. They're going to go into slavery. They're going to be our slaves. Right, and main two places are going to be destroyed is Israel and America. But we're going to rebuild Israel up. Right, into the kingdom of Yahweh Shah. We're going to make the other nations rebuild it up. They're going to be our slaves. Right. Excuse me real fast. So this is Jeremiah 50 and verse 12, right? It says, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert, right? And it's talking about the West, the uttermost part, America, right? Because this is the other day, right? I actually went back and watched it a little bit, before I even did this lesson. Elder Apostle Gabar had did a lesson, and it was titled, "This is like a great demolition," right? If I'm not mistaken, but he was going into how what's going to happen to the other people, the other who not in America who take that chip. They're going to go into slavery, right? And even Jake across who take the chip, right? They could get hit by the chariots once he how shot, because the chariots going to fill the sky. Everybody going to see him, right? Once you start east, he come west, but he was going into how the West, the West used to be known as the end of the earth, right? That's it. Let me see. Let's see. See, right now I was looking at this earlier. I got it pulled up right here on my other phone as well. This I typed in the West was known as the end of the world. Let's see if I type it up so I can get this. Come on, let's see. West, let me see. Yeah, and I got right here as well my other phone, right? No, you can't see it, but I'll read it. I typed in the West was known as the end of the world. And this is AI overview. It says the West was considered the end of the world by ancient civilizations who believed the Strait of Gibraltar. It's Gibraltar. It's like I'm saying that wrong. It says marked by the legendary pillars of the Hercules to be the edge of the known habitable world, right? So understanding that, this West, right? We know here the Americas, right? This was known as the end of the world. It needs to be known as the end of the earth, end of the world, right? And this place is going to be destroyed. This place is going to be a desert, a dry land, the uttermost part. We know what is that? Acts 1, right? Going to the uttermost part. What is the uttermost part? Talking about America, right? Because there's no record of the prophets being over here back then, but they're here now. They're here now. There's no prophet of them traveling over here back then, right? But they're here now, though, reincarnation. Right, the prophet that left their lot. But understand this, the uttermost part I got right here in my notes, right? The West, the uttermost side of the earth, which is America, man. Right? And this place is going to be what the scripture says. Your mother shall be sore confounded. Right? I said I want to type something up, man. Let's see. And I typed in, is America in the West? Yes, the United States is the part of the West, both geographically and culturally, man. Right? So we know it's the West, the uttermost part, man. It's going to be destroyed, right? It's talking about America, right? It says, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost part of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert, man. It's going to be made a desert. America's going to be the biggest desert. All the iniquity, as you read Revelation 18:2, all it's going to be here is what? The cage of every unclean animal, evil spirits, things as such. Right? It's going to be all the uncleanness here because we're going to have the kingdom of righteousness. We're going to be made pure. We're going to be made clean. Right? We're going to be made pure. And it's going to be a kingdom of righteousness, man. And all the other nations, they're going to be enslaved. They're going to be in captivity underneath us. Right? You know? ain't no comeback to this place. Ain't no make America great again. Right? This place is done. This place is through, man. Right? Verse 13, it says, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited. Right? Because make sure I say right, Basra or Bozrah, right, was like the capital of Edom, right? Well, that's American Day because America is the capital of the Edomite Empire. So the Most High is going to bring recompense unto Esau, Edom for the things that they've done to our nation, right? Ezekiel 35 prophesied against Mount Seir. You know, since thou has had a hatred, right, perpetual bloodshed next to Israel, our blood will pursue thee. Maybe paraphrase. Yahweh is going to bring a recompense, his righteous anger. He's going to destroy this place. No, the border of wickedness, right? Well, they said build, I said throw down, Malachi, right? The Most High is going to destroy this place. He's going to destroy America. He's going to show you that, right? And that's another thing that hit me in the spirit when Apostle Hart, nonetheless, Apostle Hart was talking about how, that's why Most High allowed Esau, Edom to be in position that they're in because now you see how much he cares about you. Now you see how he treats you. Now you see what he really feel about you. All these Jake, they so lost and things that said they love the white man. They love him, so-called white man. Right? They love Esau, right? But Esau got no care for him, right? And the Most High is showing them that. And the Most High, and he also doing that, so you can see who Esau really is, how he moves, who he really is, how wicked he is, right? And that's why it's prophesied last day they're going to be exposed. Excuse me for that. But they've been trying so long trying to hide their true identity as if they're the true Jews, right? As if they're the true Jews, as if they're the, as if they're the chosen people of Yahweh Shah, if they're the righteous, but they're the wicked, right? They're the wicked, and they know that. That's why they're trying their best not to let the word get out there who they are. That's why they're trying to keep us down, because once we figure out who you are, it's over with for them, man, right? But point being, Yahweh Shah is going to bring recompense. He's going to bring indignation. He's going to bring destruction upon them, right? It says, because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, and that's the wrath, the curse of the earth. Zechariah chapter 5, verse 3, the curse of the earth, the chariot's going to fill the sky and destroy this place. Right? First you're going to have World War III, then Yahweh and angels in the chariot, they're going to come and destroy this place. Right? Two main parts going to be destroyed is Israel and America. But America is not going to be inhabited again. America is going to be the biggest desert. It ain't going to bring this place back. This place is over with. This place is done. Right? It says, because the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be a holy desolate. Everyone that goes by Babylon shall be astonished, and his and her plagues. Man, this place is going to be brought down. And all you who was, praising Babylon, loving this place, right? You're going to be looking foolish, man. You're going to be looking foolish, because we've been telling you, hey, depart, this is not to arrest. Depart, this is not to arrest. It's to lead you to a sort of destruction, really paraphrasing. Right? Get out of the way of this world, but you don't want to listen. So guess what? When that destruction come, you're going to be right along with it. And Esau, going to be hurt, because they want this place to last forever. It's their kingdom, it's their heaven. They don't want to lose it, and they know they are losing it. That's why they coming so fierce and harsh now, right? Because they know they're running out of time, right? Jeremiah 50 in verse 12, 13 in NLT, right? It says, but your homeland will be overwhelmed with shame and grace. You will become the least of the nations, right? A wilderness, a dry land desolate, and they're going to go back into what they are. They're the basis, low basis of men. What Daniel 4:17 say? The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. He set up over the basis of men. Really paraphrasing, right? He set up over the basis of men. Basis is the law of the low, man. They're going to go back to who they really are. That's why they've been exposed to who they really are now, right? This place is going to be desolate. There ain't going to be no more life here. Ain't going to be nothing here. We're going to look back on this place and remember what we've been through. We're going to go over there and beat the shit out Esau, man, right? It says, verse 13 says, because the Lord Yahweh's anger, that's that righteous anger, that recompense for all things they've done to us, right? Because of the Lord's anger, it's like because of the Lord Yahweh's anger, Babylon become a deserted wasteland. America's gonna be the biggest desert, man. All who pass by will be horrified and will gasp at the destruction they see there. Right? It's gonna be a memorial. Right? It's gonna be a memorial we're gonna see. Right? The destruction that's gonna be all gonna be here is the unclean bird, unclean spirits, right? Unclean animals, right? That's all it's gonna be here, right? And every time we ride by, we see it. We guess we're gonna do. We're gonna go over there and get on Esau ass, because we're gonna remember the torment and the pain that we went through, right? And that's why we hasten for this world to get destroyed. But we hasten for the world to get passed away. We hasten for this place to be destroyed. We ready for Yahweh Shah to destroy this place. It ain't nothing but pure iniquity and wickedness all around this place. That's all this place is full of. Riches got by, see, they stole this land, all type of things. Right? Matter of fact, he was saying, let's go right here to Jeremiah 50 and verse 38 real fast. Just read one precept before we go to Isaiah. It says, I'll read it in the KJV first, right here on the left-hand side, right? It says, a drought is upon her waters, right? And that's the resource of all these things. All these things are going to be gone. Right? Because we understand that Europe was known as the bottomless pit. That's why they traveled over here to the Americas anyway, because they need those resources. Right? That's why they came over here and stole all those things, because they ain't have those things, right? And these things are going to be took from them. It said, drought is upon her waters, they shall be dried up. For it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. I read it in the NLT, says, drought will strike her water supply, right? Because it's dry. There's going to be no water in America. It's going to be a desert. There's going to be no water there either, right? We understand, but that's what, and it goes to that goes into the resources as well. That's why when you go into it, America travel, they travel over here to the Americas. What is what's it? Revelation 20, right? They travel over here to the America, that bottomless pit, because Europe, that bottomless pit. They ain't had no resources. They ain't have those things. They ain't had those spices. Right there, they came over here stealing. Just think about it: the gold, the gold rush. All those things, man. Come on. They didn't have those things, so they came over here and stole all those things. But it's going to be a recompense. That's, matter of fact, Zechariah, verse 5 and 3 again. Right? That curse to go into the whole world. But the one that stealeth, man. Esau, that thief, man. Right? It's going to be a recompense for them. And their homeland is going to be made desolate. It's going to be a desert. It's going to be a desert. And they're going to go through it forever. They're going to be in slavery forever until their time's up. We time up and burn them all up. But this place right here, America, there ain't going to be no more life here. It's going to be desolate. Right? It says, causing it to dry up. Why? Because the whole land is filled with idols and people are madly in love with them. That's why Yahweh Shah got to destroy this place, man. Because this place is full of wickedness. It's full of wickedness, right? But that's why Yahweh Shah also let this place be brought up, right? To see who will stay focused, in neuropathy, right? But he let Esau, get in that. He let Esau, deceive the ones who ain't that chosen seed. But the elect, they're not going to be deceived. The elect, they're not going to be tricked. Right? So let's go from here Let's go to Isaiah 34. Right, we're gonna go to that in NLT as well. Right. Trying to think that I had another precept if I want to go to Isaiah. Yeah. So let's go to Isaiah 34, right? We'll start at verse 1, right? It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth." Right? I want to read notes right here, right? So the whole world got to listen. This message to the nations because we the prophets. Jeremiah 1 and 5, right? Prophets to the nations, right? I got some notes, right? Well, I want to tell Matthew 24. Oh, it might be the next precept. Like I have some notes I want to read, but I read these notes as well. This message to the nations because we are the prophets to the nations. Jeremiah 1 and 5 again, right? Because we prophesy the downfall of this nation, but we of this place and this nation, and we also letting other nations know, not just Esau, we letting other nations know as well. Y'all going to captivity too. Psalms 83 gives us a list of our enemies. Right? Esau, been that main one, but Esau, they're going to go through it. Once they done with slavery, we're going to tie them up, and they're going to be burnt away, right? They're gonna be burnt away, right? What is the what is the Obadiah? Book of Obadiah. I just wanted to go to it. I wasn't gonna read it. But the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, only one chapter. And chapter 1, verse 18. Right? They're gonna be destroyed, man. Right? But the whole earth got to listen to this, man. The whole earth got to hear it, right? That's why we preach to and another thing too, preaching to the whole earth because Israel is scattered amongst the whole earth as well. Israel is scattered amongst all nations, and that's why I got right here in my notes as well. That's the spirit too, because Matthew 24, once the word gets to the elect, it's gonna be over. But we got to preach to the whole world because the elect is scattered amongst the whole world, right? So this is verse 2, right? It says for the indignation, there it is, that righteous anger, right? For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations, right? His fury is upon all their armies. He has utterly destroyed them. He has delivered them to slaughter. And I think I got my here it is, right? So Yahweh is mad at all other nations, the army, especially the Edomites, right? Because the Edomites, they want to be like the Most High. They think the Most High on their side. They're so prideful. They're so boastful, right? They want to exalt themselves above anything that is called God. And the Most High go humble their ass, right? Pride go right before the fall, right? Pride go right before the fall. The Most High gonna humble their ass, right? That's why this place right here, this this big glorious place that everybody prays, Babylon, America, this place gonna be brought out. It's gonna be desolate, and every person who ride by, as we just read in Jeremiah, right? They're gonna look and we're gonna see. To us, we're gonna look and see. We're gonna remember what we've been through. We're gonna go what Esau had. Everybody else gonna look and see like, damn, boy, you can't go against Yahweh Shah. They gonna understand it. They gonna see it, right? So right here, right? So this is talking about what's finna happen. This is future prophecy, right? When Elder Pastor Hardon, and I'm reading this because Elder Pastor Hardon, they go to ChatGPT, is telling you how, the Hebrew Israelite, GMS Hebrew Israelites, right? They prophesy, they teach. Let's start Elder Pastor Hardon down, right? They teach, they prophesy. That's what prophets do, prophesy, right? They're talking about what's finna happen. Give you a glimpse to the future, what's coming, so you can prepare yourself, right? It says when Esau goes down, the beast, right, in his body is set on fire, the other nations are going to be subdued. They're going to be hit, but they ain't going to be destroyed. You got to understand. Every part, it's like, excuse me. Get some water real fast. But every part of the world ain't going to be destroyed. Everybody ain't going to be killed. Because, like, once again, like I said earlier, a lot of the other nations are going to go into captivity, right? So, excuse me for that. Hold up. Man. It's like it. All right. We'll be right back. It's like, excuse me, man, been having stuffy nose, the weather changing, whatnot, but back to it, right? So the other nations are going to be subdued, right? They're going to be hit when they're going to be destroyed, right? Because you got to understand, right? We gonna have, a lot of people going to go into captivity. Everybody ain't going to be killed, right? Main parts are going to be hit is Israel and America, but you got to understand, America is that, America is that great whore. America is that great whore. They all built that great whore. So once y'all shot hit this place, all the other nations going to be weak. And Elder Apostle Hart always say, America get the cold, everybody else get the flu, right? Because America goes out and get that wine out. Habakkuk 2:5. America goes out and get that wine out, right? It made other nations weak already to where they have to be in bed with America. Right? America pushes their wine, their philosophies, their ways, their policies. They push all that out to the other nations. So once America is hit and destroyed, all the other nations are going to become weak. They're going to be subdued, right? I got right here in my notes, right? As I quoted earlier, prophets said of the prophesy to Israel, but also to other nations as well. The message for your other nations starts with Edomite is destruction, right? Nations going to be gathered together. This is Joel chapter 2 in the Valley of Josaphat, World War III, right? And you're going to war with each other, right? And the Most High going to allow you to take each other out. Then your High going to destroy the rest, man, right? And they're going to take and the ones who survive, we're going to take them and tie them up and throw them into captivity, right? But America is that this place right here is going to be deserted because this is that great whore. This has got the whole world deceived right here, right? That great whore. America's in there. America's in that top seat of the rise of Roman Empire, right? It says their slain shall also be cast out. Their stank shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Right? So right here, the slain is Isaiah 6:15. Right? The slain shall be many. It's gonna be a mass death, man. Right? And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. All those missiles they got, their armies, those planes, all that's gonna be shot down. Right? The heavens shall be rolled together. The scroll. What is that scroll? That's that. That scroll is the what's that scroll cloud? Right? How you do that? Right? Go right here in my notes. That bomb. Right? Mushroom cloud. Right? That bomb. Right? It says, all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf faller from the vine. Those flying jets, all the satellite, all this stuff gonna be shot down, man. The chariots gonna come destroy all that, right? As a falling fig from a tree, right? So this, all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. Talking about Esau military men gonna be destroyed up in the heavens, right? All the stuff they got, all that's gonna be shot down. That goes into Revelation, that war in heaven, right? That war in heaven is gonna be shot. All this stuff is gonna be shot down, man. Gonna be destroyed. But I read my notes. I want to go into in the heaven. That scroll talking about that mushroom cloud. When that bomb hit, the host shall fall down. That's the military. But when that bomb hit, right, that atomic bomb, right? If you search it up, I don't know if it's still I remember in 5th grade we learned about this. If you search it up, you can see the mushroom cloud when they dropped the atomic bomb on Japan. Right, man, that's a mushroom cloud, big bomb, man. It's gonna be a nuke war. This place is gonna be destroyed, man. This place is gonna be inhabited, man. It's gonna be a nuke war. This ain't gonna be this ain't one of them little kiddie, man. This is going to be a nuke war, man. It's going to be destroyed. This place is going to be inhabited. Ain't going to be no more life here. This place is going to be the biggest desert. America's going to be the biggest desert, man. Right? It says, so my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Idumea is the Greek where they say Edom, right? And upon the people of my curse to my judgment, right? Malachi 1:4. That whatever they build, most I going to throw down, right? Zechariah chapter 5, verse 3, right? That curse upon the whole earth. Right, the chariots gonna come and destroy this place. Right, it's gonna be made desert. Right, that's that indignation, that righteous anger. Right. All right, Greek. I do agree where they say. I do agree where they say. Right. Let's see. So now I want to jump down. Right, we'll jump down to Isaiah 34 and verse 10. Right. I'm gonna read this in the NLT as well. Right, so I want you to see. Right, it says, "It shall not be quenched." Matter of fact. I just continue to read down. It said, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. The sword of the Lord, Yahweh, is filled with blood, is made with fatness, with the blood of lambs, goats, and with the fats of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord Yahweh had to sacrifice in Bozrah, right? And Bozrah is what? As I was quoted earlier, Bozrah is the capital of the land of Edom. But as you know, America today is Bozrah because this is Esau capital right here. It's Esau capital city, America. It's Esau capital city. Right, which is going to be destroyed. And you see, the Lord the sword of the Lord Yahweh is filled with blood, man. The Most High is going to bring, it's going to be a mass destruction upon this place. It ain't going to be no more life here. Most High going to get rid of all of it. He coming with destruction upon this place. It shall leave neither root nor branch. This place is done, over with, right? It says, in the great slaughter in the land of Idumea, which is the Greek way we say Edom, right? Because Edom, the capital city of Edom was Bozrah, right? Because that was the Edomite empire, right? That was where the Edomites, that was Edomites' homeland. Well, this is their land today. America, it's been exposed. Jeremiah 49, right? It's been exposed, right? So understanding that, America is that capital city, Bozrah, right? Understanding spiritually, America is that capital city, Bozrah, right? And this place is going to be destroyed. It's going to be a great slaughter in their land, right? It's going to be a great slaughter here, right? Watch the Most High say He's going to do to it, right? It says, the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust shall be made with the fatness. For it is the day of the Lord Yahweh's vengeance, in the year of the recompense for the controversy of Zion, for what they did to the nation of Israel, right? So what's going to come upon them, right? And the streams thereof shall be turned to pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become a burning pitch, right? Because it's going to be straight destruction here, right? It's going to be straight destruction here. The chariots, the war, the chariots going to be straight destruction here, man, right? And verse 10 is the point right here, right? It says, and this shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever, meaning this place is going to be inhabited. There's going to be no more life here, you know? It ain't gonna be nobody walking through nothing. Ain't gonna be no more life here, man. All you gonna see is, like I said earlier, how in old Western movies, once they done shooting out, whatever, you hear the little sound going on, dun, 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 and the movie going off, you just see the little owl fly by, see the bird fly. That's how it's gonna be. The cage of every, let's bring it out again real fast, right? Let's bring it out again real fast. Revelations 18 and verse 2. He cried with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen and become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. That's all it's going to be here in America, man, right? That's all it's going to be here, right? So let's go back to Isaiah 34 and 10, right? It says, and it shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation, it shall lie waste, and none shall pass through it forever and ever, man. Right? So the smoke ain't gonna pass generation. And what it's meaning, it's gonna be desolate place. It mean that every time you look over there's gonna be smoke going up in the air. No, it's gonna be a desolate place. That's what it means. Ain't gonna be no more life here. America's done. America's over with. This place is gonna be the biggest desert, man. Right? So I want to read this in NLT. So I was looking at it earlier. Isaiah 34. I like how they got it in the NLT, right? It says, I'm gonna read verse 11 as well, right? It says, this judgment on Edom will never end. That's what it means when they said it should not be quenched. It ain't gonna never end, right? Because once they done with slavery, guess what? We're gonna tie them up and do away with them, right? They're gonna be burnt alive. Obadiah 1:18. Right? It says the judgment on Edom will never end. The smoke of its burning will rise forever. I mean, this place is gonna be a habit. It's gonna be done. This place is gonna be forever. This place is gonna be forever gone. It's over with for this place. The biggest desert. Right? He said the land will lie deserted from generation to generation. No one will live there anymore. It will be hunted by the desert owl, the screech owl, and the great owl and the raven. For Yahweh will measure the land carefully. He will measure it for chaos and destruction, man. Look, watch what it says. It says, it will be called the land of nothing, and all its nobles will soon be gone, man. It will be called the land of nothing. This is going to be the biggest desert, man. This place is done, over with, right? There's no healing this place. This place is over with, man. This is prophecy already set. When you go back up, Isaiah 34:1, what it says, come here and listen, O nations of the earth. Let the world and everything in it hear my words. For the Lord Yahweh is enraged against the nations. His fury is against all their armies, right? But all of them, and mainly Esau, Edom, for all they did, right? So everybody come listen, because this is your future right here. Jake, we be telling you to get out of the way of these people, because these people are wicked and psyched out people who are going to be destroyed. And America's going to be destroyed, but Jake still loves America. Jake still loves the lifestyle of America. Jake still loves everything about America, knowing this place is done and over with, man. Right? That's why you prophesy unto the nation. Once again, Jeremiah 1:5. Right? Prophesy unto the nation. Prophesy to Israel to give warning to return back and prophesy to all the other nations, especially Esau Edom, their future. What's going to happen? They're going to be destroyed, and their homeland is going to be destroyed. They're going to be made desolate, and they're going to be service unto us, right? They're going to be our slaves, man, right? So, really kind of make the point, I'll read verse 12 again and close it out. Right? It says, it will be called the land of nothing, and all its nobles will soon be gone, man. Right? I actually want to read Revelation 18 in the NLT real fast. It will be called the land of nothing, man. America will be the biggest desert, man. This place is going to be destroyed. Yahweh Shem Yahweh man. Brakathon, Yahweh Shem Yahweh. This place destroyed, guess what? The kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahweh is going to be here. And all the torment, all the pain we done went through, hey, man, we that's why we got to keep that patience and stay fast, because there's going to be judgment. There's going to be judges for them, man. Their indignation, their righteous anger, their recompense, man. This Revelation 18:2. He says, he gave a mighty shout. Babylon is fallen. That great city is fallen. She has become a home for demons. She is a hideout for every foul spirit, a hideout for every foul vulture, and every foul and dreadful animal. That's always going to be here in America, man. That's all going to be over here. That's always going to be here. The place is going to be the biggest desert, man. Right? So with that being said, Lord willing, hope this lesson was edifying and exalting. And I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, and Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. And shout out to the whole few elect, all with the 144,000. Shalom.